Hi, my name is Alessandro Giudici. I'm a professor of strategy at Base Business School in London, where I'm also the head of the strategy group. I'm here because as part of my job, I'm also a research fellow for the E4Impact Foundation. So I've been coming to Africa and especially to Kenya and other sub-Saharan countries for over a decade, collaborating with the foundation. And over the years, I decided to bring some of our students. So this year we are here with our executive MBA students for a week of consulting with local companies, of which some coming from the E4Impact network.
So at E4Impact, we support impact entrepreneurs at two levels. The early stage enterprises who are using technology to address some of the societal challenges. And we also work with scale-ups through our accelerator program. So for a period of 12 months, we are able to offer different kinds of support. And one of the areas of collaboration is trying to work with different entities who can be able to enrich the work of the entrepreneurs. And that is why we are collaborating with the Base School.
We're coming from completely different perspectives. We're bringing such a diversity of opinions and expertise. And when we come together as students from all over the world and the companies from the market in Africa, then we can create a new value because of merging local expertise with experiences of the advanced economies, but also emerging economies in different continents.
I think these initiatives are extremely valuable for our students and for the local community as well. First of all, at Base Business School, we emphasize the importance of experiential learning. One of our key pillars in our provision of educational services is how our students can learn through training and by being exposed to the actual business environment. All our students are business professionals. They mostly work in developed countries, and therefore the Consulting Week in Kenya gave them the opportunity to be exposed to the business problems that startup companies face in developing countries. This is usually something that they would not be exposed to, so it forces them to think outside of the box, to be creative, and therefore to think differently in terms of how they can help local companies. Equally, from the local company's point of view, the interaction with the students, I'm sure, has been very, very beneficial in the sense that they were getting expertise and transfer of knowledge from the day-to-day life experiences of our students to a different context.
This is my first time in Nairobi. So I was blown away by seeing the technology developments and the initiatives that Kenya is taking, or Africa in general, and which kind of compares very neck to neck with the entire world. So I feel that Africa has a big potential and a lot of investment is already flowing in. So 5 years down the line, Africa is going to turn the face of the world. Yeah.
I think the biggest surprise to me is how open and honest everybody was. And it's not just a passive negotiation as in we tell, they talk. It's more of a conversation of it's a collegiate approach, and they were quite seat forward, proactive questioning, etc. And then you felt like you were making a difference.
I find E4Impact an incredible initiative. I've been tracking the evolution of the foundation even before I became a fellow since the beginning of the 2010s. And over the years I've been seeing the foundation growing very, very fast across so many countries in the continent and delivering such a richness of activities, starting from the MBAs to the incubation programs, the acceleration programs and research capacity building. I think E4Impact has a great potential and actual realized value already when it comes to educating impactful entrepreneurship. And that is a broad definition of entrepreneurship, because we are talking about actual entrepreneurs who start from zero, from the idea to scaling up across the continent and beyond, but also they are supporting connections between African entrepreneurs and international companies. That's also another aspect of educating entrepreneurs. And there is also an element of research in terms of showing the impact of all these initiatives through actual academic research in a variety of countries that are where there are members of the E4Impact Foundation.
So for E4Impact, we truly believe in the power of partnerships, and that is how we managed to grow in the Kenyan space. And so the collaboration with Bayes University is really coming in to help the startups that we are working with and using technology as a power for good. And so when we have all these MBA students coming in with different diverse skills, working with our startups and giving them a different perspective in terms of how businesses need to structure as they continue to grow and address the challenges that they're addressing, then it gives them a full perspective of just, you know, you're not limited to how you've been seeing your business, you get to see fresh eyes. And the fact that it's also technology for good, which I think as Africa, as Kenya, we cannot ignore the power of technology. And so this is a very good alignment with the Bayes School.
Working with Bayes Business School has really helped us in motivating us to move to a B to B to C model from a B to C model that we've actually been working on. So they've helped us highlight the benefits of working with this particular model compared to actually the previous model that we are working on. The consulting initiative has helped us understand how much money we need so that we could achieve a ×5 growth within the next 5 years. This also helps us be able to plan better and strategize on how then we are able to hit these numbers, if not more.
One of the most important things that I've learned during this working partnership with Bayes consultancy team is how to segment our market. We've gotten ideas and also recommendations and how we can segment our market and also how we can have different product offerings of Sunrider. We initially had a blanket price for Sunrider services, and now we have a way forward on how to segment that market and charge different prices for different kind of services delivered through Sunrider.
Working with the team was incredible. We got to learn a lot from them. Firstly, we got to learn that we need to actually have an operation that's efficient, because that's something that we don't have, and that's something that we're looking forward to actually implement in the business. One of the most valuable insights that we got is we need to have a financial system and mostly a CRM system, and this is something that we want to actually implement and put inside the business.
So this is, we've worked with Bayes since 2015, and so it has been a continuous collaboration in the sense that now it's not just a one-off consulting week. We have teams who are really committed to working with entrepreneurs, and after they've done their implementations, they continue to stay in touch. We even know some that have continued just to offer advisory, try to link either the incubator program or the entrepreneurs directly to opportunities that could be useful. I know in the past we even had an entrepreneur who managed to get some assets just through this collaboration, because when these MBA students come, they really are immersed in the context that they're operating in, and so it's not just, you know, a task that you have to do for the university. It's also something how you enriching and learning, and what is the value add that you can do beyond the collaboration. So there's some who offer, they want to do mentorship with the same companies, they want to see and track the growth, and so sometimes just deploying some networks that could make sense and add value for the startups.
The power of networking, especially within a startup environment, is monumental. And if you're within a new organization and you're just starting out within other countries, I often see the networking being the core. I don't see it happening as often here, and it can be leveraged more, if that makes sense.
The biggest takeaway is the community feeling that the entrepreneurs have within themselves, and the initiatives they want to take help the local people and find innovative solutions which will benefit the world.
We've been in Kenya for a week. It has been an amazing experience for our students. The interaction with the local company, the interaction with E4Impact in particular was great. E4Impact provides very valuable services to local companies, to startup companies, and from that point of view at Bayes Business School we're very proud of having this relationship.
I think that the experience has been beyond expectations. Everybody is extremely happy because of what they've learned, both on the student side and on the entrepreneur side. And very often we get entangled in our way of thinking, and we forget, or we don't even realize the full potential that is out there. And bridging this different expertise and different opinions, we can somehow come up with something new, how to do things in a novel way. And I think this is what's going to be remembered by both the students and entrepreneurs after this week.
So all in all, I I love coming here. I felt in love the first time I came in 2015, working with the foundation, and I see every year my students really becoming more conscious and more excited about the potential. So for me, as an educator and as a faculty member of Base Business School, this is a true opportunity to deliver on the impact that we all want as part of our values.
So really to say thank you to Alessandro and his team. It has been an amazing week. To the students who really committed, put in the work to come up with the recommendations that we've seen. I think the presentations we've seen today are very useful. It is not just an assignment, but there are clear roadmaps that the entrepreneurs can actually implement. And the fact that they're willing to go over and above to help them do the implementation is something that we do not take for granted and we truly appreciate. And we hope we can continue to do this more and more.